if you score enough.
That's the Jamaican dance hall horn.
Welcome to Thanks for Watching. I'm Zach Toombs.
And I'm Christian Bryant.
Today we're giving our summer movie preview, the top blockbusters of May, June, and July 2015 that we're looking forward to, and some that we're kind of questioning.
Kind of questioning. Actually, some that I probably won't see. One that I probably won't see. The other four we will see. I will see. Not sure about him.
We've got them now. They're hooked.
You're hooked.
Almost 40 feet high. Really think she climbed out?
Depends.
On what?
What kind of dinosaur they cooked up in that lab?
Jurassic World. Are you excited for this?
When are they gonna stop trapping humans on isolated places with dinosaurs? Like, when is that going to stop? It's not the dinosaurs that are having trouble here.
Don't blame the dinosaurs.
Don't blame the dinosaurs. People have been broing out, nerding out, crushing hard over Chris Pratt in this movie.
Well, he is riding a motorcycle with raptors. That was probably in his contract.
Wouldn't you have loved to be there when he says, okay, not only do I have to be a backwoods Indiana Jones, but I also need to ride a motorcycle and be able to communicate with raptors. Bow. That's how you negotiate right there. I'll sign on if I can do this.
And I'll work for free. Thinking about it in plot terms, why do they keep trapping people in an amusement park with dinosaurs? Well, actually, I'm glad you asked, because in this storyline, the Jurassic Park has been working pretty well for 10 years or so. And this is the fourth Jurassic Park movie.
We have gone 10 years without an incident.
Yes, they have the thing, the counter. It's
We're
workplace
getting ready to
gone.
snatch one of those off. Say, well, back to zero now.
Yeah.
A lot of sequels can definitely benefit from a reboot after some time. You step away for a little bit, and then you have a reboot, and it looks really interesting. We've almost forgotten about how the last few Jurassic Park movies turned out. It's like, those are kind of shitty, but I'm willing to forgive them because we have a brand new one.
People our age who remember it as one of the iconic movies of the 90s will come back now that we're paying for our own movie ticket.
The one thing I'm excited about in this movie, and this is the same thing that got me really excited about Godzilla, were the sound effects. For whatever reason, the sound effects just keep getting like more and more guttural. More and more like lion-like. I don't know what they're doing with these sound effects, but
Do you care to imitate?
Right? And that's the way that made me really excited.
You get a lot of that. I don't know about the first one, but that second one, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It is very guttural.
It's just like a growl. It's like dinosaurs saying, "Oh, I'm here," in case you didn't
Or
know.
like, hey, give me the Heimlich now.
Maybe they're all choking on something. Is that what that is? They're choking.
It's a
on
noticeable
something.
trend, I will say that.
That's what could have stopped all this in the first place. If we would have learned how to properly and safely give dinosaurs the Heimlich. So what's next for us?
Magic Mike?
No.
Could you watch? So you haven't seen the trailer yet.
I have not seen the trailer to Magic
I want you to
Mike.
watch it right now.
All right, let's do this.
We have the technology.
The first Magic Mike was more interesting than I thought it was going to be.
More dramatic.
More dramatic than I thought it was going to be. And I felt weird watching it, but I watched it anyway. I think it came on HBO, and I was
Did you
like,
watch it
well,
by yourself? Glass of whiskey?
Glass of wine. Here we go. Magic Mike dose. Oh, that's genuine.
Oh, it's absolutely genuine.
20 seconds in, we get our first few thrusts. Channing Tatum's been wanting to dance for so long. Look at him. I think a lot of us are finding out that Channing Tatum is actually okay.
He did Foxcatcher. He's got range now.
Yeah, he does have range, but he's a funny guy, and he can dance.
My favorite part of the Sony leaks was the email that Channing Tatum sent to the Sony executives, and the email was Channing Tatum just saying "ha ha 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 ha" for like 200 lines. That really gave a window into Channing Tatum's psyche that we haven't had before.
You know, again with this movie, I can't see myself, actually
opening weekend.
Opening weekend, I will not be there.
I will hand it to them because they know how to market their film.
Right.
Like we just talked about Ant-Man a couple weeks ago and how they didn't quite seem to be entirely sure as to how they're going to market this movie. Is it a comedy? Is it action? Is it both? We don't know. They know Magic Mike knows what they are and what they're doing.
They know,
and they know their audience.
And everyone's going to be surprised when they actually tuck a cohesive plot into that movie with all of that going on.
And I could talk about the behind the camera talent, but I won't do that. I will say Steven Soderbergh is not back for round 2, and neither is Matthew McConaughey.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh man, I almost forgot. He was weird as hell in that first movie too.
Yeah, he's usually so normal.
See this here? This is my phone.
This is you doing an impression of Jim Carrey doing a Matthew McConaughey impression.
Come with me if you want to live.
Terminator Genisys. Your thoughts, sir?
It can get confusing with like jumping back into time and affecting the future, and then the future being affected, and then people in the future then going back.
Just a tad, just a little bit.
So that can be a bit confusing. Sarah Connor was played by Emilia Clarke, also known as the Khaleesi.
Khaleesi, no.
Khaleesi, please. So Emilia Clarke is playing Sarah Connor. When we saw the first Terminator where everything was like super robotic. Then we saw the second Terminator where it was like liquid metal. Oh my God. This stuff is like some top-notch Skynet bull, and I'm looking forward to it.
I am cautiously pessimistic because I think the title is just really dumb.
Yeah, okay.
Genisys, Genisys.
With a Y? Yeah. With a Y?
Also, they really bent over backwards to get an opportunity to have Arnold Schwarzenegger fight himself. That's clear.
I've been waiting for you.
I mean, there's no reason for that.
Can you just embrace the absurdity?
I won't be able to follow the absurdity, so how can I embrace the absurdity?
Yeah, you're right. That was.
You
I did
said
have to.
they
I
have
did
a
have
twist here. I don't think lack of twists is the issue.
Yeah, keep it together. Keep it a bit more boxed in.
Can anyone
Maybe so.
truly summarize the events of all umpteen
Hell no.
Terminator films?
I'll say the last two. I have no idea. There was one where there was a woman Terminator.
There was one where Christian Bale just destroyed lights the entire time. I mean,
Yeah.
Ooh, I like Tom's sweater. Does he teach computer in a church basement?
Don't get all threatened just because you don't understand the concept of marriage.
You dress him like that so nobody else wants to have sex with him? That's cool.
Trainwreck, July 17th.
Ooh.
Amy Schumer, who it's kind of late in the game to even call her a rising star at this point. She's pretty much there. Like she's up here now.
She's got her own show.
She's had her own show, and this is kind of her big movie debut with Judd Apatow directing.
Do you do humor? Do you do
I
funny
dabble.
movies?
I dabble in humor.
You know, usually when I talk to you, it's like it's all like super serious dramas or action
I mean,
movies
I wanted to talk
or
about Ian
thrillers.
McKellen's Old Man Sherlock Holmes movie, but he wasn't feeling it. So
Amy Schumer's really growing on me, and I do love Bill Hader.
You follow sports?
Sports, I love them.
Who's your favorite team?
The Orlando Blooms.
I suspect this movie is going to be, one, hilarious, two, well received because of our two leads.
also,
leads.
LeBron James.
Sorry to interrupt. We watching Downton Abbey later?
LeBron, I'm being interviewed.
Listen, I'm watching it tonight because I'm not going to go to practice and all the guys are talking about it and I'm left out.
The one thing that stood out to me in this trailer is his hairline. In the trailer, it looks very good. In real life, it doesn't look very good. But in the trailer, it looks it looks like it was painted on. Let me tell you. I swear I have that written down here.
Just filling out his hairline.
I have funny rom-com.
That's the name of the movie.
And LeBron's hairline with 3 exclamation points.
I think Amy Schumer has a very attractive brand of comedy, especially for today, because it takes a lot of the comedy tropes and cliches and kind of turns them on their head a little bit.
She's done that in her show a lot. And
well, you know
I
what's
think
funny?
really
Like
cool.
this movie, Trainwreck, we've seen this plot play out where it's the main character doesn't want to get tied down and falls in love and finds himself trapped in a monogamous relationship for once. But we've seen it from the man's perspective so many times, and rarely from the woman's. And if there's somebody who can pull it off, it seems to be Amy Schumer.
What else do we have?
That's it.
That's it?
So eager to move along.
That's the end of Thanks for Watching?
Yeah. Let's just end it like that, actually, for variety's sake.